2026 will be the year of SAP Commerce Accelerator migration projects. That's because SAP announced the release of their Commerce Accelerator. The last SAP Commerce Cloud release, with the Accelerator UI included, will be in Q2 2027. That release will be supported only for 1 year, without access to the new features and regular updates. It might seem like a plenty of time still, but actually, SAP Commerce Cloud customers must take action now. The reason is that a realistic migration plan fits this period perfectly. Here's what it looks like. Starting from strategy, budgeting, and procurement, it can take up to 19 months to launch the new storefront. The implementation phase is the longest one, but in my experience, the first 2 phases cause the most delays. So you should get started ASAP. Let me show you how. You already know you have to migrate away from SAP Commerce Accelerator, but you might not know where to migrate. There are 4 options. 1. Staying on the unsupported accelerator. 2. Migrating to SAP Composable Storefront. 3. Building a custom storefront and deploying it to a third-party cloud provider. And 4. Migrating to Alokai. Let me go through each of these in greater detail. So number 1 is not really a viable option, but I listed it because in theory you could continue to run on a deprecated storefront, accepting the consequences of never being able to add new features and dealing with the potential security implications. Accelerator has become a legacy technology now, so that not every developer would be keen to work with, making further maintenance more costly. What is more, you wouldn't be able to benefit from SAP Commerce updates and the advantages of new technologies. The only reason to go with that option is when you are not planning to grow your e-commerce business. Composable Storefront is the default replacement for the Accelerator UI. It's an Angular-based storefront that supports standard SAP Commerce user journeys and is free of charge. However, its main drawbacks are poor performance, steep learning curve, no AI support, and lack of integrations with third-party systems like headless content management systems. It might be a good choice if your storefront doesn't require much customization and you have access to skilled Angular developers. An opposite option to SAP Composable Storefront is building a custom storefront and deploying it to some cloud provider on your own. Sure, it gives you full control and flexibility, and potentially doesn't include any licensing costs. However, the cost of developing it is very high. Not only do you need experienced architects and engineers to build it from scratch, but you also need to have a DevOps team dedicated to keep the infrastructure up and running. It also increases time to market greatly. I only suggest this approach when your frontend significantly deviates from a typical storefront and alternative solutions would necessitate rewriting at least half of the code. The last but my favorite option is Alokai, which is a middle ground between the latter two. It is a balance between build and buy. Alokai gives you solid fundamentals for the whole storefront ecosystem, from UX design through front-end architecture and cloud infrastructure to AI capabilities, while maintaining full flexibility. You can choose ready-to-use integrations with various platforms like CMSs or search engines. You can leverage our extensive support for multi-site, multi-brand, and multi-geo scenarios. And Alokai's AI capabilities make both the developer and end-user experiences much more pleasant. Alokai does have licensing costs, but the cloud environment is included, so you don't have to add anything extra. The batteries are included. It's worth mentioning that Alokai uses AI to speed up the migration process. This reduces costs and time to market, resulting in a higher ROI. So that's why I would recommend this solution in most cases. The devil is in the details, so deciding on which path is the best in your case is not an easy task. Performing a solution fit analysis is recommended, and I'd love to help with that, so feel free to contact me and ask anything you want. Reach out on LinkedIn, drop us an email, or add a comment under this video.